Welcome to Asian Star Trend. Our channel updates hot news about Asia's most popular stars. Please subscribe and comment to help us update better videos. Zhizhi returns. Why did she break up with Ximen Lichen 3 years ago? The hidden truth finally revealed. The shocking secret behind Zhizhi's heartbreaking goodbye to Ximen Lichen 3 years ago during the leisurely May Day holiday. Ximen Lichen's gentle and affectionate world has once again captivated countless hearts. His soft-spoken care, boyish devotion, and unwavering gaze seem like a dream spun from the finest romantic fantasies. Yet behind this seemingly perfect love story lies a past so surprising that even the most seasoned romantics might hesitate to believe. 3 years ago, Zhizhi, bright, gentle, yet fiercely independent, made a decision that stunned everyone who knew the couple. She broke up with Ximen Lichen at the very peak of their sweet romance. At that time, whispers swirled around their split. Was it career pressures? Family interference? Or perhaps a hidden betrayal? None of these. The truth, as it turns out, was far more complex and deeply moving. In an exclusive interview, Zhizhi finally opened up. "I knew how much he loved me. That was never the problem," she confessed with glistening eyes. "But back then, I wasn't sure I could love myself the way he loved me. It wasn't another person who stood between them, it was her own fear. Fear that she might become dependent, swallowed by the comfort of his endless affection. Ximen, with his puppy-like devotion, was ready to give her everything, while she, struggling with her own self-worth, worried she would lose herself in the process. Ironically, it was an act of love that made her walk away. The years apart became a crucible for both. Zhizhi threw herself into personal growth, while Ximen, heartbroken but patient, silently cheered her from afar. He never resented her decision, a fact that would later touch audiences even more deeply. Instead, he built a quiet, stable world, always leaving space for her return. Now, during this gentle holiday, fate seems to be weaving their paths together once more. Their recent reunion, filled with shy smiles, lingering glances, and unsaid words, has sparked a fresh wave of hope among fans. Could this be their second chance? Their story reminds us that sometimes, the greatest proof of love isn't in holding on but in letting go. And perhaps, true romance isn't about perfection, but about growing into the person who can truly embrace it. Zhizhi Reborn, the short drama that redefines the female lead fantasy in an era where countless screenwriters tout the importance of female perspectives. Few manage to truly capture the essence of a powerful female lead. Yet, unexpectedly, the short drama Zhizhi Reborn has emerged as a shining example, not through loud declarations, but through the quiet brilliance of its characters. At the heart of this captivating tale stands Ximen Lichen, a male lead who feels almost handcrafted for Zhizhi. He is the kind of lover that exists more often in whispered midnight fantasies than in reality, tender yet passionate, possessive yet unwaveringly devoted. In stark contrast to modern love stories drenched in ambiguity and power games, Ximen's love is disarmingly pure. His eyes reflect a raw, almost primitive attraction, the kind that stirs even the most guarded hearts of female viewers, and it is precisely this simplicity that feels so revolutionary. Zhizhi, meanwhile, is not a damsel swept away by romance, but a fully realized woman who drives the narrative. She stands at the center, not as a prize to be won, but as a woman who dares to be chosen on her own terms. The balance between them is delicate yet magnetic. Her independence fuels his devotion, and his unwavering loyalty empowers her vulnerability. What makes Zhizhi Reborn truly addictive is how it walks the tightrope between fantasy and relatability. There are moments of light-hearted humor, his awkward overprotectiveness, her playful resistance that draw laughter. But beneath the sweetness lies an emotional depth that resonates, the unspoken fear of surrendering to love, the internal battle between self-sufficiency and longing. As audiences binge through its brief but emotionally charged episodes, many find themselves unexpectedly invested. It's not just about romance, but about the fantasy of being unconditionally seen and adored without losing oneself. The drama taps into that buried desire many carry secretly, to be pursued not because of what one can give, but simply for who one is. Zhizhi Reborn may be small in length, but its impact lingers. In redefining what it means to center a woman's story, it delivers an unexpected truth. Sometimes, the ultimate empowerment comes not from standing alone, But from daring to fully receive a love that asks for nothing but present love amid shadows, the campus romance that hides a darker truth on the surface, Zhizhi Reborn unfolds like a sweet campus romance, free from the scheming plots or love triangles so often seen in melodramas. The chemistry between Zhizhi and Ximen Lichen is innocent, pure, and refreshingly straightforward. But beneath the tender blush of young love lies a chilling undercurrent, one rooted not in the lovers themselves, but in the darkness cast by the generation above them. Both protagonists come from families where control and cruelty lurk behind closed doors. Zhizhi's father, Zhang, is a man whose obsession with control has transformed their home into a prison. His wife and daughter live under constant surveillance, enduring both emotional torment and physical abuse. The quiet strength that Zhizhi displays at school hides deep scars left by years of her father's oppressive rule. Viewers are often left breathless watching her navigate everyday life while carrying such heavy burdens, yet, even this is eclipsed by the terrifying family dynamics on Ximen Lichen's side. Ximen's father is a man who takes cruelty to new extremes. His systematic humiliation of his wife, constant suppression of his younger siblings, and the sinister manipulation of his own nephew who, in a shocking twist, turns out to be the product of his own dark deeds cast an almost gothic shadow over the story. The tragedy reaches a devastating climax when Ximen's aunt, unable to bear the shame and pain, takes her own life. It is within this suffocating atmosphere that Zhizhi and Ximen's romance becomes not only touching, but heroic. Their love offers a quiet rebellion against the twisted legacies they've inherited. The gentle way Ximen shields Zhizhi, without ever trying to control her, stands in stark contrast to the toxic masculinity modeled by his father. And Zhizhi's resilience, her insistence on living with dignity despite her past, empowers them both to break free from the cycles of abuse. Zhizhi Reborn isn't just a romance, it's a story of survival, healing, and the courage to write a new future. The darkness of their families makes their simple, genuine love shine even brighter. And for viewers, it serves as a haunting reminder, sometimes the greatest love stories are those that rise from the darkest places. Twisted bloodlines and forbidden love, the shocking family secrets behind Zhizhi Reborn. What started as a seemingly innocent campus romance in Zhizhi Reborn has steadily unraveled into one of the most shocking tales of twisted family secrets and dangerous obsession, leaving audiences both captivated and deeply unsettled. At the center of this tangled web stands Ximen Lichen, whose gentle, devoted love for Zhizhi once seemed unshakable. But few could have imagined the sinister forces lurking behind their separation 3 years ago. The key lies in Ximen's so-called cousin who, in a shocking twist, is actually his half-brother, born of the same ruthless father but from a forbidden liaison. This young man, equally charismatic but far more dangerous, fell hopelessly in love with Zhizhi at first sight. What should have been a sibling rivalry quickly spiraled into a far darker power struggle, one with echoes of the family's long history of violence and betrayal. Terrified of igniting another internal war between his sons, Ximen's father devised a cruel solution: eliminate the source of conflict. With chilling calculation, he forced Zhizhi into a corner, pressuring her to end her relationship with Ximen, sacrificing her happiness to maintain a fragile family peace. For 3 long years, this silent manipulation kept the lovers apart, but the nightmare didn't end there. Determined to cleanse his family of further shame, the elder Ximen went even further, deposing of his own younger brother in secret, and tightening his grip on everyone around him. His half-son, emboldened by his twisted obsession, became even more menacing. His pursuit of Zhizhi turned toxic, filled with veiled threats and ruthless acts that sent shivers down viewers' spines. His love, as intense as it was, became a force of terror. As these revelations came to light, fans of Zhizhi Reborn found themselves swept into a whirlwind far beyond typical romantic drama. The show transcended its genre, blending romance with psychological thriller, familial tragedy, and moral horror. What makes Zhizhi and Ximen's love so hauntingly beautiful is not just their sweetness, but their resilience, their quiet fight against the darkness they were born into. In a world where blood ties turn into shackles, Zhizhi Reborn delivers a gripping reminder: sometimes, true love means breaking free from the chains of the past, no matter the cost.